of my favorite guests. He's been on the show before, and he's catching W's every day of the week. My man, host of the No Catch Up podcast, Sean Little in the building. What's up, my man? Great to have you back.
Monica, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me. Stay hot, man. I see you cashing in on a daily basis. Let's go.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we're going to talk Knicks Bulls in a second, but that hat, my goodness, my man, you are showing us who were the champs in the 90s.
Yeah, you already know, man. I got to represent, man. This is one of the best. This is one of the best championship gear hats ever made. I think this is a classic right here.
It's a classic, and a classic going in terms of divisional rivalries as far as the AFC South goes. We're going to start it off. Little Titans, Colts. I actually mentioned this. I can't believe it, but the Titans have never won 3 straight against the Colts. They have a chance to do it this Sunday. The books have them at around a pick'em here. Where are you leaning on this one?
The Titans are the hottest team in the league right now. They didn't beat up the Buffalo Bills, but they beat the Buffalo Bills, and then they absolutely destroyed the Chiefs. As soon as 5 weeks ago, they were plus 4,000 to win the Super Bowl. Now they're all the way down to plus 1,400. They're the hottest team in the league. The thing I like about the Titans is they know what they want to do. They want to pound the rock with Derrick Henry and then run play action. Last week, Tannehill was 9 of 11 for 173 yards, averaging right below 16 yards an attempt on play action. This is where it gets a little sticky. The Colts are number 1 EPA on rush allowed. So they're stingy when it comes to running the ball, and especially when they know the Titans want to run the ball. Also, they sit in a ton of zone defense. So that doesn't play well for play action. You want to be in man when you get man in play action, that's usually when you start making the most damage. The Colts are 25th in blitz rate, but 5th in pressure. So they can get pressure with those guys up front. The total has moved from 47 to 51. It's going to be a good one.
Man, laying down the stats, I love it. Okay, Cowboys Vikings off a bye. Kirk's 2-7 against the boys. Dak is putting up MVP-type numbers. What you got for me in that one? Another virtual pick'em.
Yeah, this is also another fun one. The total's 55, and the Vikings seem to play a thriller every single week. They're both coming off a bye. Mike Zimmer and the Vikings are 9-3 against the spread when they're a dog at home. So they can play well at home. It's been done before, and they have that extra little juice of it being on Sunday Night Football. The Vikings could easily be a 4 or 5 win team. The biggest thing here, we all know, we all talk about it, is Dak's calf injury. How serious is it? Did that extra time that he got to rest make him healthy, bring him back to at least playable? We'll see there. That's a big shadow on the game. Here's an interesting take as well. Mike McCarthy and Mike Zimmer have a ton of history from being in the NFC North when it was Vikings-Packers. From 2014 to 2018, Mike Zimmer held Mike McCarthy offenses to 14 points per game. I lean Vikings in this spot at the virtual pick'em. I'll take the point and a half that you can get Sunday night in Minnesota. It's going to be tough.
Man, I hate to hear it. I'm leaning Cowboys, but that's why we bring you in. Okay, this line has moved no more than any other game. The Bengals, before they put a enormous W on the Ravens, it opened up around -3.5. The line's over around 10.5 here in New York on the road. What do you like here? Obviously, Zach Wilson's out. Is it Joe Flacco time by halftime, depending on how White comes out the gate?
Monica, I already almost texted you and said, yo, take this off the board. We don't even need to talk about this. Listen, Robert Saleh is the defensive coach, and coming off a bye, he gave up 54 points to Mac Jones and the Pats. That's the first point. Honestly, that should be the only thing I need to say already, and we can just move on to the next one. But the Jets are giving up 30 points a game. That's good for 29th in the league. And we know what the Bengals are doing on offense. Joe Burrow is averaging 9.2 yards a pass. Let me repeat that for you. Joe Burrow is averaging 9.2 yards a pass, which is first in the league. They're rolling on offense. They could beat you on the ground with Mixon. They could beat you on the through the air with Chase. What else do you want me to say? The Jets are 1-5 against the spread this season. I'm like you said earlier in the show, I'm going to swallow the Bengals -10.5 because I have to. But, yeah, there's no way I'm touching the Jets here.
Ooh, Joey Burrow. the best value in the, I would say, AFC North as far as divisional winners go. I don't even understand how they're still getting what they're getting, I think, at plus 250 at the moment. Okay, let's talk and stay in that division. Browns, Steelers, you know Ben, second best minimum 25 start record against the Browns compared to any quarterback versus any divisional opponent ever. Case Keenum might be going, though. Big Ben, he might have lost his fastball. What you got for me in this one?
This is a classic AFC North matchup, right? Let's talk some trends for the Steelers. They're 14-4 against the spread as an underdog. Big Ben is 12-5 against the spread in divisional games. I think this is a really interesting one because I also think Big Ben is finished. I think he's washed up. I think it's time to move on if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But he's 10-1 in games straight up coming off extended rest. They are coming off that bye, so he might look a little more fresh than usual. Pittsburgh's 12th in first down run defense. I think this is interesting because guess what the Cleveland Browns want to do on first down? They want to run the rock. So it might not be as a lethal a defense as the Steelers are typically known for, but Chubb is back. They know that they're going to want to run the ball on first down, so Pittsburgh will be ready for that.
Oh, I love it.
It's going to be interesting. The Browns quarterback situation. It's a tough game to call. It's going to be low scoring. 42 is the total. I would have to take the points with Pittsburgh coming off a bye at 3.5, but it's a tough matchup.